Okay, so I called a customer, but this is somebody that donated, and then they had this bike and they wanted to have it fixed. Because, I mean, it's a nice bike. It's a BCA. It's a 20-inch. It's got a 6-speed rear, which I'm going to have to put a 7-speed shifter up here, but that's okay because I can adjust it to where it's only going to use the 6 gears, so they won't mess anything up. But there was a lot of wonky things going on with this bike. And when I mean wonky, I mean like somebody didn't know what they were doing with this thing. Like, I'm talking, the brake shifters were not put through correctly, so if you slammed on this really hard, you would snap the cable off or it'd pop off and you would have no brakes. And that's not just the front, that was the rear as well. The shifter itself does not do anything. It does not shift. I'm yanking on it, the cable's releasing and pulling. I've tried adjusting it to diagnose it. It does not do anything. So I have to figure out if this derailleur still works or not. This chain is actually made out of 2 chains. Somebody had put this chain on and they put it on in a way it would not work. So they tried threading it through the derailleur, and if I can, here we go. Through the derailleur, which this is a derailleur. You know, your chain goes up and through this guy. And this thing just moves your chain up and down the gears in the back. Well, somehow they put it in a way that it would not work. Couldn't figure it out. I was staring at it, scratching my head. So I'm like, all right, let's just take the chain off. Let's put it on the way I know how to put it on, which it shouldn't be that hard to put it on. But hey, you know, just because it's not rocket science doesn't mean everyone knows how to do it. You know, nobody's dumb, nobody's smart. Everyone is good at something. I'm good at bikes. This person was not, which that's okay. Stuff happens. We're gonna start taking off the pieces that I don't want to keep because they're no bueno. They're no good. So I'm gonna snip off that frayed part. The reason I snipped that off is it is all frayed up. It is no good. Can't use that. You can't rethread it. I'm cutting too much of the brake cable off, and with what I'm replacing it with, I don't need it. And they are getting new grips. I believe we are not charging them for them. It's just these are faded, and I have to take them off anyways. And it is a lot easier to cut them, so I'm just going to give them brand new grips. So they don't have to worry about that. Where's my cut? Where's your butthole? Sometimes they don't cut all the way, which is okay. Just cut it again. I'm wearing gloves. Try to keep my hands a little clean. Doesn't always happen that way. So we are going to remove the derailleur that doesn't work. And I did get an okay from her before I did this, because she was told that it could be, you know, potentially like 20 bucks. So after speaking to her and telling her what was wrong with it and what we're going to replace, she thought it was 20 bucks plus another 20 bucks because of what was wrong with it. So she thought she was paying $40. That is not the case. She is paying 20 bucks for this whole thing. Now, a lot of bike shops will probably cost, depending on where you're at. I am about 30 minutes from Chicago, so this could be $60 to $80, something like that. I could be wrong. Somebody can come out and tell me, hey, you're totally wrong about the price. But from what I've looked up, that is about the price on this. There we go. Me and not putting my tools back. I can be bad at that sometimes. So, this bike is kind of getting a nice little overhaul. Okay. Where did I put that guy? Boom. Sorry. I moved you a little bit. Didn't realize I put this on top. So, theirs was a separate shifter and brake handle. This is one solid piece. But this is a 7-speed. And that's 6